Investing in the future can be kid stuff by Bonnie Dickson. I'm going to tell you a dirty little secret. This year at Christmas time, I might as well have been Scrooge. Here's what happened. Every year I get a list of things that people want. I treat that list as, well, as a suggestion. I might buy that item, I might not. But some people in my family started complaining. They did not like getting items that weren't on the list. The fact is, some of the biggest complainers were adults, but there were children as well. At the same time that faction was complaining, another faction, a child in this case, told everyone, don't buy off the list. Then I know what I am getting and it isn't a surprise. Initially, well, look at him. He's so smart. I'm so proud of him. But then I took a step back. At Christmas, a lot of people did not have work because of COVID. A lot of people were visiting the food banks for perhaps the first time ever, and I wanted people to concentrate on what Christmas is about rather than a thing. I also didn't want to quit giving presents. That wasn't my aim. Here I was grumbling and irritable and ready to give the whole lot up. I was making charitable donations and supporting small businesses, so I felt I was doing my part there, but where I wasn't doing my part, where in fact I was failing, was in doing something meaningful for the people in my family. Obviously, I was not going to purchase a meaningful toy or other item. That's what they were complaining about. And frankly, that is what I was complaining about. It costs money to buy meaningless things, sometimes more money than it takes to buy meaningful things. While I was talking to my sister about this, you could read this as complaining, she remembered seeing something I had never heard of before. Now I am sold. At Christmas and now for a couple of months, I have been buying fractional shares because of an ad my sister saw. What are fractional shares? It's the ability to buy a part of a share for a dollar amount. For instance, my 7-year-old great nephew now has something like a tenth of a share in Minecraft. It's really Microsoft, but it's listed as Minecraft, and while he could care less about Microsoft, he is gung-ho about Minecraft. For very low amounts, as little as $5, you can purchase a part of a share in a company. Sometimes the shares are pretty expensive, and sometimes they are not. What sets fractional shares apart is that if I were purchasing shares normally, I would purchase, say, one share of Microsoft for $230, but I would never get around to having $230 in my pocket to purchase a share, or I might be intimidated by the idea of buying shares because mostly you don't buy a single share. I might also think about $230. That's a lot of money to spend on a 7-year-old kid, but fractional shares are like the gateway drug to investing. So how's my investing going? The investment is going jolly well. The 7-year-old and I have had meaningful conversations about shares, about things that interest him that he would like to have shares in, about what kinds of things would make sense for his 3-year-old sister. She has shares in Build-A-Bear. And about why we would make investments now so that at a later time he could possibly go to college. It's been a lesson to him about postponing gratification, but it's also been interesting enough that maybe he will consider investing in something other than a 401k when he gets older. We are all told that we should sock a little money away when we are younger because the end results will be more impressive than if we wait until, say, we are 40 or 50 to do it. And maybe just this one time, the younger generation will get the message because fractional shares make it as easy as buying a latte. Mind you, I never got my financial life together when I was that age either, but I am seriously hoping my younger relatives will. Are there negatives? Sure. Every time I buy shares, it costs me 99 cents to do so. It might be different with other companies, so shop around. Since I am buying small amounts, it will inevitably cost me more than if I was, say, going to a broker and buying whole shares. I also can't take my fractional share of whatever to a broker, but it's entertaining. The other day, Microsoft paid me 12 cents on a dividend. I was thrilled to my toes. I'm not getting rich, but I am feeling more like what I am doing with my money for my family members is meaningful to me. There was a billboard a while back that said something to the tune of, "Be the rich relative you always wanted to have." That's my financial goal. That's what I want for my legacy. So, who sells fractional shares? Some big name companies like Charles Schwab, Fidelity, and some small name companies like Robinhood, Stockpile, and Stash. It can be as easy as going online and transferring a couple of dollars from your bank to your account and starting up. I'm not limiting this endeavor to my younger relatives. It's fun to think of giving fractional shares of, say, Ducati, Porsche, or Givenchy to the more discerning members of my family. No one will get rich in the short term, but that's not the point. People don't get rich with lottery cards or gift cards to their favorite restaurant either. I just want my giving to be more meaningful than a handoff, and I think I have found a way to do that.